All right. Hey. Hey. Okay. I want to welcome all of my Facebook viewers and also on YouTube on the North County TV News channel. We're streaming live right now from beautiful Vista, California. And this is the most temperate climate in the U.S. Did you know that? Pretty awesome. Today's a beautiful day out there. Most of you probably aren't sitting there watching the internet this minute, but if you're clicking on it later and you check it out, here's the thing. Right now, it's kind of a dual-purpose broadcast. We're testing the technical abilities on Facebook. Of course, I'm on Dave Flores' Facebook page, and then also the North County TV News channel on YouTube. So really what I'm doing is just, making sure that this is working. The reason I'm doing this is because we have a live program that we broadcast on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock p.m. And we'll be doing this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And we're all about North County. San Diego, North County, we have guests that come in. We have small businesses. We have news. Like this last broadcast on Wednesday, we were talking about SDG&E. Yeah, this is real interesting, right? But it is, because it's your wallet. The SDG&E rate, the new rates and how they work. We got in depth about that. We explained it, and we had a couple guests here that, we kind of discussed it, ways to save energy and, how this new system works. And how you're going to save or lose money. And so, it's things like that that we're presenting every Wednesday at 7 o'clock live. Now, the other good thing about that is that if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can actually respond to us live. So if you had a comment or a suggestion, besides get out of there and just turn this thing off. But no, if you want to respond to what we're discussing, then we can actually respond to you live. So, that's kind of exciting. And it's like, the early days of television when it was live, warts and all. But, we're here to hopefully make a difference, a positive one. And, that's what's going on. So, at any rate, bear with me a little more. Of course, because this test is going to determine how we broadcast Wednesday coming up, April 17th. Or no, is it? Yeah, it's the 17th. At any rate, so let's see. Some other things we discussed on the last show on this last Wednesday, which you can see if you're on YouTube right now on the North County TV News channel. You can go ahead and click on that. We also have some footage from the Cruising grand opening. And we have some interviews there with some really cool car collectors and just the whole scene. But at any rate, so I know I use that a lot, at any rate, right? Alrighty, so I want to toast. And again, invite you to watch us Wednesdays at 7 o'clock on Facebook and on North County TV News channel on YouTube. We had David Zamaya on the last show, and Pavel Pavel, you're going to get mad at me. The last name, it's SF, Sfera. SF. Yeah, that's right. That got me because I'm not used to having an F after the S. Pavel Sfera. Awesome dude. And David was great too. And so if you're on this channel watching live, go ahead and you can click and see that show. It's available on the internet right now. Let's see what else. We have the I was going to say North County Fair, but actually what I meant was Del Mar Fair, or San Diego County Fair as you call it. And the topic this year is the Wizard of Oz. That's going to be great because we'll get involved with that too. We're hoping to go out to the fair and perhaps talk to some of the musicians that are performing there, some of the well-known ones. We just have all kinds of plans. But again, appreciate you bearing with me on this. And again, one more time, I'll tell you about this, and that is North County TV News on YouTube and also on Facebook. My personal page, Dave Flores. Also, quizshowmania.com is involved. That's where we do all the quiz shows. Everything from kids, 6 years old, all the way up to seniors. And it's just a great time. It's a live quiz show. And if anybody's interested out there in finding out more, just go to quizshowmania.com. And you'll see all kinds of examples of the quiz show that's, again, up here in North County. We've done shows. We did one for the Boys and Girls Club. That was the last season. They did a fundraiser. And again, it was a great time. So if you know anybody who's having a party or they're going to have some entertainment coming up, they want something new and different, have them visit quizshowmania.com. Also, RC Video Productions is involved. Rich Cruz, who does amazing video work, and he's partnering with us. And there's just all kinds of things going on in beautiful North County of San Diego. Wouldn't have it any other way. Although, what do you think about gas? I was looking today. I mean, it seems like it's going up by the hour. Let's see. Gas was $3.59, and then 2 hours later it was $3.79, and then it was $3.97, and today cruising by on Mission, going past Palomar College in that area, it was like $4.09, and for regular. And it seems like there's no end in sight. I was talking to my daughter earlier. We were having breakfast, and she was asking, why is this happening? What is it? And I told her, I said, well, they're saying that 2 refineries in Texas went down, apparently caught on fire, and that's affecting supply. That makes sense. If it's just kind of weird that you'd go for years without this happening, and then all of a sudden 2 of them, major ones that affect California, went down. But I'm kind of a skeptical guy when it comes to gas prices. But the good news, though, is that we do have a lot of oil coming from the United States, so that the U.S. right now is actually a surplus exporter of oil. That hasn't happened, at least in my lifetime that I know of. And that's a big deal. So, in the long run, we should be okay. But after all, California, especially Southern California, we all need our cars. My daughter also commented to me that she was at a station and she's seen people, $5 worth, especially on the lower end of the economic scale. And they're hurting. I mean, if you're only making $150, $200 a week and you're barely surviving, and you have a car and you're buying $5 worth of gas, I mean, that's going to buy you what, a gallon? Now, they're speculating that this could go to $6 by summer, and we're just weeks away from that. So let's hope that that doesn't happen, because that's a real hardship, especially on the lower end of the economic scale. So let's hope that gas prices can stabilize and that, of course, I'm sure the state and the federal government, they don't mind, right? Although it may be a fixed tax on feds. I'm not sure about state. Oh, but just a quick reminder, folks. Apparently, California voted down repealing the gas tax in the state of California. Gas is pretty high as it is. And, when you're going into the $5 zone, the $6 zone, that affects the economy and it affects everyday people in a negative way. So, of course, the free market is what it is, so it's good. We have a free market, and that's what we need. But it just makes you wonder about the alternatives. If you see me at a gas station, don't get mad at me, okay? Hey, and the other thing is we want you out there to participate here. And we're going to have small businesses from North County come in and discuss their businesses, what they're doing, especially the new businesses who, we don't know about, that sort of thing. We want to share that information with people so they know what's going on. And that's going to be the Small Business Roundtable. That's a program we'll produce. The cool thing about having this little studio, and it's little, we have a roundtable that, we have 2 guests at a time, but the beauty of it is that we can do different programming, geared towards different subjects and people. Small business is one of them, but there's many other possibilities. And if you can think of one, how's this for you? Go to theroundtablefriends.com. There you go. See, we were prepared. Kind of. roundtablefriends.com. But remember the word theroundtablefriends.com. Visit that site, and you can communicate with us via email and give us some of your suggestions and ideas as far as subjects that we can cover from this studio, because we have a lot of things that we can do and with local people here in North County. So at any rate, this is our test of our Facebook and our YouTube channel, both being streamed at the same time, and we want to see the technical results and that sort of thing. So thank you, Facebook watchers and anybody on YouTube. Again, I'm Dave Flores. I'm sure that name, oh yeah, that didn't go away. I kept that name up there. But I'm just here by myself right now doing this test. So hope that you'll participate and join us. Appreciate your time. And I'm going to skedaddle here, but I'm by myself in here, so I'm going to take the microphone off and walk over and do some of the controls, that kind of thing. Thank you. You know what? I just thought of something. Since I have a microphone and I'm doing this and we're going through some of the pages on the screen, I might as well tell you what's happening. This was our screen for the SDG&E new electronic rate plans. As you know, the hours are set up for standard plan, time of use plan, and the big deal that you really need to know is that during that peak use hour times, you have to try to conserve. And that's going to be a challenge considering the hours between 4 and 9 p.m. I mean, that's when most people are cooking and, doing things around the house that consume electricity. So if you want to cut your bill or not have as much of an increase in your bill, you need to start planning. And posted up here are the standard plan, time of use plan, etc. We suggest you go to sdge.com check this out because you're going to need to make some plans. You're going to need to plan for this. Electric rates are going to, obviously go up. But there are some options there that you can deal with, but you've got to get educated on it because it's coming right around the corner. So at any rate, that was one of the subjects that we cover. And let's see. Also, Cruising Grand, I talked about that for a moment. The Cruising Grand Fridays at 5 p.m. Escondido. You need to show up because it's great for family and everybody else just to stroll down the downtown. And, it's a beautiful thing. Cruising Grand. Yeah. We were out there live at their opening night and Friday on the 5th of April. But we're going to obviously, plan to go back there and do some live broadcasting on the internet from Cruising Grand. Let's see, what else do we have? There we go. We talked a little bit about football on the last program and the fact that the San Diego Fleet from the AAC, that new, trying that football conference. The idea is to feed hungry football fans during the off seasons and from the NFL. But apparently what happened is the owner and investor, well, first of all, let's talk about the Fleet, the San Diego Fleet team. They had, I believe it was 2 more games to play, and if they won them both, then they would have perhaps gotten into the playoffs. But here's the interesting stat. The San Diego Fleet had up to 20,000 people at a game in San Diego. That's a lot of people. So I mean, that goes to show you that that's a real bona fide interest in football in San Diego and support, especially since our Chargers left. But at any rate, the San Diego Fleet got kind of upended by the owners and investors who had a squabble, and they were negotiating with the NFL, and apparently they pulled the rug out and just said, okay, we're stopping, which is a bummer for a lot of football fans. The other thing, too, about the Fleet was that they had the top sales of, like T-shirts and other stuff like that, and merchandise. They were number 1 in that league. So it shows that San Diego is really hungry and is supportive of off-season football. So we'll see what happens in the future on that. Maybe they'll come to an agreement. We also had, well, this is already done. This was Friday. There was an event at the Boys and Girls Club San Diego, and we talked about that on our show Wednesday. But that was kind of cool. Also, talking about the Small Business Roundtable, 80% of small businesses along the Highway 78 corridor do expect financial growth during the next 24 months. And they expect to be hiring people. So this is all good news for us, but not with $6 a gallon gas. It's going to be tough for us. But at any rate, again, we're doing a small business roundtable program. So if you have a small business, of somebody who's starting one or already has one, whatever, small business is invited. And here's what you do. If you'd like to participate, tell a friend if they have a business, and tell them this address, theroundtablefriends.com. Theroundtablefriends.com. You can give us the name of the business, a contact number, what have you. Just go ahead and email us right at that site, and we'll get back to them, and we're going to get the small business roundtable started here soon. Here's a commercial. Hang on. Mountains in New York are part of what larger mountain region?
Appalachian.
Appalachian is right. Yellow's got that right. What war was known as the War of Independence? Red.
The Revolutionary War.
That's right. American Revolution. That's it. Was Jesse James a woman's rights activist or a colonist or a...
Or a what?
Go ahead.
Colonist, the second one.
No. I didn't finish. Go ahead.
Bank robber.
Bank robber's right. That was the one coming up. I didn't finish the list. Isn't Quiz Show Mania fun? Ha! That was done over at Vin's restaurant a while back. course, Vin's restaurant on Grand now is now closed, unfortunately. We love that pizza and love to have a great time there. But at any rate, Quiz Show Mania is available for parties and for special events. We're based in North County, but we serve all of the San Diego and county area. And now I want to go ahead and give you a spot here telling you more about Quiz Show Mania.
Quiz Show Mania is San Diego's best kept secret in live entertainment. Quiz Show Mania. Great for shopping malls, schools, company parties, special events, church groups, team building, and seminars, because it's fun for all ages. Quiz Show Mania will work with you every step of the way to customize your experience and value.
Which of Earth's 5 oceans is the smallest?
Indian?
No.
Red?
No. Arctic.
Quiz Show Mania is San Diego's best kept secret in live entertainment.
Yeah, I think it was a secret, actually. I think it was a best kept secret, but not anymore. So you can go to quizshowmania.com if you want to get that game show started for your next event. It can be at your house, it can be at your club, whatever, anywhere. Even churches can do that. We did one in Valley Center at the Valley Center Community Church, and that was fun. I mean, the kids and the parents and the grandparents all got involved, and of course the pastor David there had coordinated the agenda, so it was great. The Roundtable Friends, again, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock on Facebook and on YouTube at the YouTube channel North County TV News.